Sam from the Outlook Riding Academy, and I'm here to give you 8 tips for hoof care for your own horse at home at any stage. So 8 tips are the key element of today's lesson. This is Matt from the Central Coast, and he's my farrier, and he'll be working on all the horses here at the Academy, but he'll start with 8.
So the 3 tools or 4 tools I'm using today is a farrier knife. We use this to trim out the sole, the frog, any sort of necrotic tissue or tissue that we don't want in the hoof anymore. Cutters, we use this to trim off the excess. So whenever the hoof grows, we need to take off a certain amount of hoof to make sure that hoof is balanced, or what's called HPA or hoof paston angle, and make sure that we have what's called medial-lateral balance, so that's left to right balance. The rasp is used to do all the finer stuff to make the balance of what the cutters do, the rough cut from the cutters. This smooths everything out and makes everything look neat and tidy. And then this here is just to make sure we have the hoof nice and clean before I start working. So this is the heel, the frog, this is the sole area, this is the outer hoof wall, and these structures are integral for a sound horse, especially at a horse riding academy.
Now the farrier is using the rasp to achieve a flat hoof and smooth off the wall of the hoof. So that's the wall that he's working on at the moment. Some horses need a horseshoe. It could be because the horse has a tender hoof. It might be because of the sport that the horse is in, whether it's racing or an equestrian event, or you might just choose to have shoes because of the terrain you're on, that you're on very rocky ground. But here at the Academy, we don't use the horseshoes. If you do have shoes on, you're going to need the farrier to visit you every 6 weeks because they need to go off and new ones on. I have the farrier come every 10 to 12 weeks because we're barefoot and he's just doing the nail trim. Okay, so my 8 tips for you, the horse owner or the horse rider, is number 1, before you ride, clean out the frog. Make sure there's nothing in there to cause soreness. 2, use your eyes and have a look at the foot. Does it look like it is meant to be every day? Are there any new cracks or something that's bothering you? 3, when you clean it out, is there any smell? Can you notice something particularly pungent? That might be a sign that there's thrush. 4 is feel the hoof. Does it feel as it always does, just a regular temperature? If that hoof feels hot, I want you to take the digital pulse. When you take the digital pulse, you're not taking the actual rate. You're wanting to know, is the pulse really thumping away? Because that's telling you that there's something wrong with that hoof. 5, you want a healthy hoof, and to achieve that, you need to give your horse exercise frequently. Walk and trot to increase the blood flow and promote growth. Number 6, give your horse a good diet. He has to have green grass and he has to have some hay and maybe some pellets. 7, you've got to accept that there's natural anatomy and genetics that plays a huge role in your horse's hoof, and some things you just can't alter. And 8, don't forget that you can do a trot up or a walk up, and if the horse's head is bobbing as they're moving along, you'll know there's something wrong. Okay, so viewers, don't forget to like, subscribe and ring the bell, and until next time, cheerio.